There are plenty of ways to make a little extra dough on the side producing music in your bedroom or home studio, but there are 5 main ways that I like to make money while making music, and some of these might actually be easier than you think. Number 1, and this one should be pretty obvious, but it's mixing and mastering other people's music. This is a great way I make money because it allows me to work with artists one-on-one to actually get their music to sound better. It's also a great way to get in the industry and to network with other artists and with other producers as well. Now, unlike producing and songwriting, I have no ties to the music once it's done. I might be listed as a mixing or mastering engineer, but that's about it. I get paid for the project that I do, and then the music is sent out, and I have no ties to it again after it's released. Number 2 is producing other people's songs. Unlike mixing and mastering, I'm actually in the studio with the artist, sometimes virtually, fleshing out their songs and making them come to life. I'm almost always listed as a songwriter and producer every time that I work in the studio with an artist one-on-one like this. Production is a lot different than mixing and mastering. You're part of the process fleshing out an entire song. I might get a scratch track with just vocals and some acoustic guitars, and I will bring the track to life by adding a bunch of instruments, by adding parts, maybe working with arranging, and even working on the songwriting with the artist. This is also a great way to network with other artists, but also to learn from them and build your portfolio. And the more you build your portfolio, the more projects you inevitably get. So not only do I get paid on a per project basis, I also get paid royalties every time the song is streamed on Spotify or purchased through Amazon, Google Play, or iTunes. It's like the gift that just keeps on giving after you've created something awesome. Now, if you're wondering how I get paid every time a song is played or purchased through iTunes, well, that's where today's sponsor comes in. I have been using DistroKid for over 7+ years, and they just make getting paid a breeze. There's an entire section dedicated to their website just on splits, where you can give an artist or a songwriter a code, and they can actually get automatically paid out every time the song is streamed or purchased through iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. It's like having a manager, but you only need to pay this manager $19.99 a year, and it handles everything for you. The distribution of your music, paying out yourself and other artists automatically. You can add unlimited collaborators to any track. You can change the splits at any time or add or remove collaborators at any time. And your collaborators only see what percentage they get. They can't see who your other collaborators are or even what percentage they are getting. And if your collaborator never joins, you can just cancel their invite and reallocate that money somewhere else. You can also set up recoupments for any individual collaborator, so you can recoup a payment before ever starting to split money elsewhere. And as always, DistroKid never takes a cut. You and your collaborators get 100% of your earnings in total. And I've been using DistroKid to get paid for my music for over 7 years. You can even get 7% off your first year subscription if you use the link down in the description below. So sign up for DistroKid and start getting paid for your music today. Number 3 is running live sound. I will run live sound for local bands and artists with my somewhat smallish system. And sometimes if I'm going to a bigger venue, they will already have somewhat of a sound system there, and then I will just be the live sound engineer. I don't do this nearly as much as I used to because I enjoy being in the studio and helping artists create music and fleshing out music way more than I enjoy making them sound loud on stage. It's still a great way to make a little bit of extra money if you're a producer and you have some skill set in mixing. There are some differences. For example, you're going to deal with stage volume, stage sound if they're not using in-ears, and you're going to deal with feedback and some other things. So not everything translates from the studio to live sound, but it's a similar skill set. And if you already know what you're doing, it's a super easy learning curve to be able to get into live sound. Now, number 4 is my sample packs. I didn't want to add this because it's such a small amount of my revenue, but I just think it's really cool. I have a few sample packs, and they are low ticket $20, $30 sample packs. These are samples that I've made and just started using in the studio all the time, so I basically just packed them into a folder and started selling them online, and it's been a lot of fun. I truly enjoy actually listening to the music that people make with this, and I think that's my favorite part of it all. Now, number 5 is my personal favorite. I have a few courses teaching music production, and this is by far my absolute favorite thing I do. Much like producing music and being in the studio with an artist, fleshing out someone's song is just so rewarding, but what's even more rewarding than that is helping somebody else get the result that they want to by themselves. You just guide them and show them what needs to be done. I keep my courses pretty tight-knit, so I will close enrollment and then work really closely with the people that are actually inside my courses. Writing and producing music is incredible, but empowering other people to write and produce their own music and be thrilled with the result is just way more rewarding. This is something that I wish I had 10 years ago when I had started making music. I'll leave the waitlist down in the description below if you are interested in joining, but this is a tight-knit group and not everybody gets a chance to come in because I just can't take on everybody. But the waitlist Waitlist will be down in the description below, so you'll be notified when it reopens. Learning how to make music sound professional and radio ready is just a skill set that will serve you for the rest of your life and even start making you money if that's what you choose to do with it. Making money while creating music is incredible, but you have to actually be really good at creating music before anybody's willing to pay you for anything that you do. And the quicker that you can learn what works and what doesn't work is going to help you a lot to get better sounding mixes and better sounding music a lot quicker. And in fact, there's 8 mistakes that even professional producers still make to this day. And if you want to know more of what I'm talking about, you can just click on this video right here. In that video, I show you what the 8 mistakes that even professional producers make and how you can avoid them to start making better music today. So click there. I'll see you over there. Now, as always, go create.